Alright, we're going to solve these trig equations. The biggest thing to look for is really, what is the problem asking me to find? So if my first step is to isolate the trig function. That is just inverse sine of x. I'm going to divide both sides by 3. So I get inverse sine of x is pi over 3. Now this is saying the same thing as if I had written sine of pi over 3 is equal to x. So what it's actually asking me to find is the exact value, the ratio. What is sine of pi over 3? So I would just write it as x equals, from my unit circle, radical 3 over 2. And that's it. This one, same process. We're going to isolate the inverse cosine. So that leaves inverse cosine of x. If I divide by 3, I'm going to get pi over 6. So then I just have to find what is cosine of pi over 6. Because remember, it's the same thing as cosine of pi over 6 equals x. Well, once again, x is going to equal radical 3 over 2. Then down here, just a little more advanced equation. All we're doing is, once again, isolating my trig functions, but we can combine like terms. So I have 3 tangent of x here, and I have 1 tangent of x there. I'm going to subtract that to the other side. So that's going to give me 2 tangent, or inverse tangent, of x. And at the same time, I'm going to subtract my 4 pi. Now it is at the same step that the other two problems were. We'll divide by 2. So inverse tangent of x is negative 2 pi. Then I just have to find what is tangent of negative 2 pi. Well, that just happens to be at 0. And if we think about 0, unit circle 1, 0, tangent is going to be 0 over 1, which is just 0.